So sample final problem number 14, we're still section 5.2, and this one it's giving us some numbers about people who visited the local library and asks what the probability that the person is less than 19 and the probability the person is more than 30. So generally it's asking for a probability, what you're going to be using to calculate that is the part that they're asking about divided by the whole. So for part A, we'd want to know how many people were less than 19 and divide it by the total of all the people that visited the library, and similar for part B. I've got Excel over here, but it's just to track the numbers. It's not to use any special Excel functions. So this is something that you can just as easily do on paper. So I just use that to organize the numbers. Under age 10, we're 251 people. 451 were 10 to 18. I've got that here. 152 were 19 to 30, and then the rest were more than 30. And then up at the top, it tells us that the total was 1,482 people. So for part one, probability that the person is less than 19. Less than 19 does not include age 19, so we don't have to worry about the fact that 19 is here, but it does include the 10 to 18, and it includes the under 10. So we're going to just add those together. 251 plus 451. Total those first, and then divide it by the total of everybody who visited the library, divided by 1482. The number you get whenever it asks for a probability should be a positive number that's less than 1. So it's going to be 0 point something. In this case, it's 0. That's hard to see right now, 0.4737, since it wants 4 decimal places. For the second one, probability that the person is more than 30 years old, and it doesn't come out and tell us how many people are more than 30, but we know all the other categories and we know the total. So if we add up all the other categories and subtract them from the total, that will tell us how many were over 30. So I'm gonna expand the calculator a little bit since I've got all the numbers over there, so you can see this part. It's more important right now. Okay, so the other three categories, 251 plus 451 plus 152. So those are all the people that we already know about and we know what age they are. And if it's a total of 1,482, then we're going to take that 1,482 and subtract the people who we already know about, the 854. I arrowed up to grab that number so I don't have to retype it. And that gives us 628. So we can fill that in here, 628. We could have done that from the beginning if we knew for sure that we needed that number. I generally wait till I need it because sometimes you can get through the whole problem and it turns out you didn't ever need that number after all. So now we've got 628, and if you just hit the next operation that you're going to do, which is divided by, it automatically brings down that number. Answer means your most recent answer, and then divide it by 1482. And again, we get a number that is positive and less than 1. So it's 0 point something. All of your probability numbers should look like that. If you're getting a number that starts with anything but 0, don't enter it. Most likely what you did is divided it in reverse. So for example, if you did the total 1482 divided by 628, and it gives you 2 point something instead of 0 point something, that should set off a red flag if it's asking for a probability, because your probability always has to be a number like this, 0 point blah blah blah. So if you get anything that isn't 0 point something, then go back and check and make sure you did the problem correctly. And those are the only two parts of this problem.